What's up, guys? Justin here, aka MHero25. So we're here at Duel 3 of our locals matchup, and we are going against Mathmechs. Now, this deck is very unfamiliar to me. It's total new territory, and I don't know what to expect. I know this deck, all I know is that this deck is an OTK deck as well. So in this case, I made my opponent go first. So he starts off with his usual play of which you'll see like multiple times. He's done this. Like he'll get balance alert, activate effect, get multiply, special summon it, get the usual combo of link devotee to tribute, draw one, and then get 2 tokens and link those away for his appropriate play. I offer dice just because I do not want to waste time with like let me find tokens. Like dude, they're right there. Yeah, like this whole Link Devotee play is so strong, and he's linking away into Cyber Wicked, linking that other token away for Link Garibo, which is one of Loki the best cards out of Ignition Assault because it's for Cyber 6 it's just a generic monster where you can get into, and then it negates traps. So this could be potentially really good. Summons Division, I believe. Oh god, not to put the Mathmechs on my phone so I just know what's going on here. Boop. Search. Using those 2 material, tributing off the Link Rebo with his Mathmech to get the one of the Exceed monsters. I think this is the one's like I think that's Lapalian. No. No, that's Alum Burton. To get his search of a Mathmech card. So I believed he's setting this trap card, and he's activating the equip card, so it can just do more damage when it's his turn, and that's pretty much it. So he passes turn, I draw, activate Lost World. In this version right now, I don't really have to worry about Call by the Grave or anything else going on because I know what that trap card is. It is going to be the Mathmechs trap card where it's super factorial, which allows him to special summon monsters and allows him to either synchro or seize that as that card resolves. So I normal summon Oviraptor, and he's like, oh, I'm going to change something. Like, okay, but you know, just in case it was a summon, like a summon, fine, because this player is also kind of notorious of like, you know, like changing his mind in plays like after resolving. So like I rather it's like, okay, we're good. Okay, cool. So super factorial resolve, he'll get his monster, and then he'll synchro summon because like as soon as a card is done resolving, it's automatic. It's one of those weird things in Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't wait to get fixed. He'll summon the other Xyz monster, Lapalacian. He gets a token. I get to summon and then Oviraptor's effect will finally resolve. So I believe, I don't even know what I'm going to do here. I'm dumping Giant Rex, so it means I am trying to extend the board down to plays. So now I'm going to attempt to eat Oviraptor with Baby. Or like, oh wait, he has the resolve is Lapalian. He's going to send 1 random card from the field to the graveyard. But then I'm going to chain Misk on top of that so he can't target my Dinos. Because that is an activated card effect. And the only card he can send right now is Lost World. He's just reading to verify, and you know, I'm pretty sure that this is correct. So he has to target he has to get rid of a card from my hand. It's pretty much like Trishula. So it takes out UCT, takes out Lost World, and yeah, that's pretty funny. It's pretty bad though on my part. So now I'm like limited. I'm glad I sent the Giant Rex just for that, but now I have another Lost World in my hand. Activate. Now I'm gonna activate Oviraptor's effect to eat. Lost World effect will activate to negate destruction. I think he was trying to see if he could Ash, but the thing is though, it doesn't send to grave, it destroys from deck, so that's completely different things. So he's going so I think he's trying to like decide if he can do anything. Bad habits, by the way, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like if you take too long to actually do any plays, you're pretty much telegraphing your opponent what you have in your hand. So it's just kind of best to like either like I guess for me it's like either you know the play, or if you don't know, you just let it go through and then learn from it. So now I'm activating Petit Pterodon's effect Engrave to now special summon a card from my deck to the field. Again, I was like, okay, if he has Ash Blossom, he can Ash that, but he didn't, so it made me think maybe he didn't have Ash Blossom to begin with. I don't know. Effect is going to continue and resolve. I'm debating what do I need here, because like the board isn't that, it's not nothing I can handle, nothing I cannot handle. So I'm just deciding what Dino I need to get on the board to really make this mine. Summoning Misk. Okay, so I think oh sorry, I pulled an M Cold 40 and I was drinking water beforehand, and now I'm all burpy. So here I'm debating if I want to Xyz or Link, and I'm Xyzing into Dolka. Yep, Dolka. And then I'm going to banish 2 dinos from my graveyard to special summon. Wait, what are you doing, dude? Oh no, I'm banishing 2 dinos to special summon Pterodon from my graveyard. To summon from my deck by using Misk Effect Engrave, special summon UCT by banishing 2 dinos, special summon Giant Rex. Yeah, Dino plays can be really fast. Pop Petite Pterodon to just set everything. Petite Effect to special summon a level 4 or higher Dino. I can't attack with it though, unfortunately, but that's fine. That's not what I'm going for here. I'm just going for damage. Summon Pankratops in case so when he does live, I will still have enough power to get over. So right now, everything's still public knowledge, so they're all 0. I'm like debating, do I want to go into what's it called, Pentastag to do piercing damage, but I was doing the math. I think it's all the same here. This is more of a clear 30. That was a clear 35, but I just didn't want to risk any monster effects that could potentially screw me over. So attacking for 3,000. Can't kill it by battle, so I just attack over it again with Pankratops, and that'll be game 1. Bammo. And that'll sweep it up for game 1. Like I said, like this deck is very good at OTK. The plays here are very straightforward. You use your Xyz to set up, and then you summon your Synchros to push. And I forgot about that. Like I was like, how do Mathmechs work when I was siding? Like I did side in 3D barrier because in the end, this is what it really is. It's a very extra deck reliant deck. So if you can stop them from going to the extra deck, you're pretty good. And in all honesty, Duel 2, I really, I hope against any other format, I would have been better off. But while I'm siding, again, I want to take another time to give a shout out to my boy Scott at Stay Classy LLC for that wonderful, beautiful field center of Pot of Greed. If you haven't checked him out already, I'll have links in the description below. He has Pokemon playmats as well, and different kinds of art styles for his field center. So from Pot of Greed to Cyber Dragon to Time Wizard, whatever you think, I'm pretty sure he has, or he's willing to make if enough people request it. Alright, well, enough of that. Back to the duel. So we're going first, unfortunately, as my opponent would like to go second to deal damage. So let's see what I can do here to at least be preventative. And I bricked pretty hard, if I remember correctly. I can only set 3 pass. I'm like, what do I do here? So I set activate Lost World. Yeah, good call, Justin. Oh wow, you know what was going on here? What was I thinking was another play? Anyway, no, that was another duel. Sorry, foreshadowing for another moment. Summoning activate Lost World, set to pass. When you set for dinos, you know when you're in a bad spot. I'm actually waiting for a good generic dino that we can set and not really be punished for, because this is a Petite Pterodon set. Like me personally, the only time I ever set dinos is like I would rather summon Giant Rex or Misk in attack mode than Petite in attack mode. So yeah. Oh, summon Balancer Lord, activate Balancer Lord's effect to pay 1,000 to gain another additional normal summon, activates Multiply to special summon. Committing now to a second normal summon. And then he goes into an Xyz play. This is where I made a mistake, I believe. So on this one, it said D-Barrier. I should have called Synchros instead of Xyz because I didn't want his effects to go off. But then again, the real damage dealers of this deck are the Synchros, not the Xyz. They just really help him set up better for more consistency. And I was like, and here is another thing I was debating about, is like Liberian or Albatrin is like, okay, I thought you can, like with D-Berry on the board, I was like, okay, you can't activate your effects, but this is tributing effects, so I guess it counts. And then I tried to Skullmeister in response to that, but it was like, okay, it activates on board, resolves in grave. I'm like, wait, what? So I can't do anything with that? Straight up confusing ruling. I cannot wait until Konami's new rule kind of comes in where it's like, okay, this is all clarified. Hopefully this makes things a lot easier. But either way, my opponent fully gets his effects off and resolves, which is crazy. Like two of my cards couldn't touch that play. That's absurd. That's stupid and absurd to me. Yeah, great. So with two level 4 monsters on the board, he still can do something, but luckily I think they were both tuners, so he can't exceed, but he can tag out into a level. He can link up into his devotee play, and this is where I find a choke point, which is really good. He'll activate draw 1, activate disciple or devotee's effect engrave to get tokens. I'll Skullmeister because that activates and resolves engrave, so you get no tokens and you end with 1 monster and 1 card set. He passes for turn. My hand is looking pretty slim here because you know what sucks? Lost World doesn't recognize the flip summon as a normal summon or a special summon. So now I'm gonna flip a Petite Pterodon with no effects. I mean, with no token to really, you know, plus my plays, and that sucks because right now I have like 2 monsters that are like, I have 2 cards in my hand that are not dinosaurs that will help me advance my play. So I have to flip and just hopefully do some damage and get some stuff off here. Now I'm activating double of people have to pay banish UCT and Skullmeister for cost. I get ashed. That's all I could do. That's all I could do. Pass turn, and at this point I'm pretty much at a loss, just because I can't do anything. I stunned him for 1 turn, but I can't really do much of anything else because even though he gets a boost, even though my opponent gets a debuff on all his monsters, it's still enough for him to get over me and destroy me because he's going to synchro up into what was that one called? I think this is the level 12. Yeah, Final Sigma, and he'll be able to do double damage. And with 6,000, that's to the face with like 1 baby protecting you. That's not enough to save me. So yeah, I ended up scooping that going to game 2. Game 3. So with game 3 in mind again, I've learned a lesson from watching SEMO and just like actually playing longer and playing in bigger tournaments. You do play with your side deck more than you think. So I'm setting out D barriers right now just because, like, if I'm planning on going second, D barrier has absolute no use. I'm not planning on letting my opponent have an extra turn to live. I'm going to push for game. If I have to have setup or I have to have negation, I can honestly use my whatever monsters are on my board to help me achieve that goal. That's what I've come to discover with this deck. So yeah, I'm done siding. I offer my deck to my opponent, or just waiting now for him to stop shuffling. Dang, like how many times does he have to shuffle before I can get the deck? Yeah. The fact that I stopped talking before I could actually do more commentary is hilarious. Oh, Jesus. So, my opponent will go first. And in Mathmechs, it's like pretty much like saying you can't do anything. But he does open... Oh, he doesn't open it, but he will get Balancer Lord into his hand again to do like the same old play of like Balancer Lord, special, like pay 1,000, be able to summon again. Like, the consistency of this deck is crazy. Look, Balancer Lord, pay 1,000 life points, get an additional normal summon, activate Division, get a special summon. He'll summon his Link Disciple into Devotee, Tribute to pay cost to draw 1, and then he's gonna attempt to activate to get 2 tokens. After he sends his card to the grave, and let's say Skullmeister. Skullmeister was doing so much work in all of my duels. Like, Skullmeister just says no. If he had called by the grave, that's why I had it revealed. Like, if you have call, it's going through. If it's not, your play stops here. So on my turn, activate Terraforming to get Lost World. Even though I'm now down to 5 cards in 10 instead of the usual 6, that was still a very productive play. Activating Lost World, normal summon Oviraptor, the standard play for dinos. Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. Is there Chainlink 3? He's going to Chalice me, and that goes through. I really can't stop that because I don't have in hand, and Forbidden Chalice right now is gonna be a good pusher for this format. I'm just saying, it's like it's a cheap man's impermanent, but it has way more uses. So now here I'm stuck, so I have to tackle over the tokens to negate token destruction by sending sending a Petite to grave to get another monster out on board, which I can't attack with, unfortunately, but that's not the point. Right now it's just to gain bodies to control the tempo of the duel. And with still 3 cards in my hand, I have options. So here I'm debating what to do here to really like get things going and flowing into my field house. So I'm probably gonna send Petite. Yeah, Petite was a good call. Summon either Giant Rex, Misk, or maybe Pankratops. I wouldn't start this with Pankratops. I would usually end it with Pankratops. So Misk is what I'm going for. Can't attack, destroy, or do anything with it, but I do know a loophole with this play. So I'm gonna, oh nope, I forgot, I'm on Chalice. Justin, you silly fool. So no more special Dolka, set 1, pass. And yeah, my opponent draws for turn, and with time running out as it is, I'm assuming, yeah, I remember now, he's gonna try and go into a link, try to go into a link 3, but he remembers he doesn't have one and ends up just scooping the game to me. So yeah, spoilers guys, but I just wanted to end the duel here. Thanks for watching. I hope you like these videos. Let me know if you don't and what I can do to improve upon this. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the rest of the duel. This is Justin, aka MHero25, signing out. Peace.